Okay, so it's been about close to 3 weeks since I've seen the monitors mating, and been working on a lay-bin. This came up a lot quicker than I thought I was going to have to deal with it. So considering it's just not a lot of information out there, which is a lot of the reason why I started doing this in the first place. I started recording everything. It's just to kind of recorded my successes and failures, and because really I have really had a hard time searching up information on the monitors, the green tree monitors, and breeding and whatnot. So this is disclaimer, my first time doing this. I've never bred monitors before. I've never had a lay-bin for monitors. I've never hatched out monitors. Hatched out other lizards and other snakes, but no monitors, definitely not tree monitors. But so this is what can best be described as Frankenstein, what I came up with here. Stonehenge is actually gonna lift my container up off the ground so it will come up just above the log there, the hole, so the entrance hole. So I wanted to raise it up off the ground, get it as high as possible. I was gonna screw just some 2x4s into the bottom of it, but I was worried about these ends. I'm sure would sink into that soft dirt. So I went ahead and put this base on it, so hopefully that will keep it from sinking too much into the dirt. I am going to screw this on. I've already kind of drilled the holes and figured it out. And then actually, once that's screwed in, I will flip it over upside down, and then I'm gonna drill a hole. This is I believe a 2 1/4. Drill a hole about here, and that will be the entrance. And then I've checked it out. The way it wedges in here with the wood and the door, I don't think we're gonna have any movement. It fits in perfectly, and so I don't even need to screw this into the base of this, which is gonna be the floor. So if that makes any sense. So anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and screw this on, flip it over. We will drill the hole and go ahead and place it in the enclosure. All right, so I will be right back with you. Okay, I went ahead, 2 screws on each side, just enough to hold this in there. Make sure they don't go through to the inside, so there's no sharp points inside. And we drilled the hole. It's 2 1/4, plenty big enough for her to get in there, but feel secure. The dirt is almost to the top once it's flipped over. So far so good. We're gonna go ahead and plants are all holding up really well. I've had some questions on the plants, how they've held up to the monitors, and they have just flourished. Really have. I took a little piece of elephant ear, a little chunk of root, and buried it in the dirt. And when I mix this thing up, and those things just keep sprouting. Every once in a while, I just have to cut them off if they get shredded. They seem to like to climb on them or lick the water off of them. But no, the plants have been doing fantastic in here. As you can see, I don't think I've lost any. I've had to clip some leaves off that, they shred. You can see what their nails can do to these leaves, and I've cut some off that got real bad or got burned from the lights. But no, everything's doing really good. So this is where Stonehenge belongs here. We're gonna kind of something like that, And sorry, trying to do this by myself, so it's a little awkward. And then basically that planter is going to rest right on here, or the base of the trash can. It's just a trash can from Home Depot that fit the measurements I need. And it fits perfectly in here and wedges between these branches and the door when it's closed. And so the entrance is right here above this log. So she can climb right in there. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and place that in there and see how it works. Alright, hang on. It lives. There we go. Frankenstein in action. So this is Stonehenge upside down. It's just holding this thing in place. I got a branch on this side, got a branch on that side, got a branch on the back, and the hole is just above that branch right here in the middle. These lights will get this nice and warm inside. So it'll have, hopefully about a week in here for them to get used to it, explore it, and for this dirt to really warm up and then get, start to get a little heat building up in there from the process of it breaking down. What we've used there is, it's about a 60% peat moss, 20% vermiculite, and 20% sand. Pretty much the same thing the chameleon used. It holds a really good tunnel, and hopefully when she's done, I can just unscrew these, pull the top off. The egg should be somewhere in the bottom. That's the plan. Hopefully she uses it. I haven't really seen her exploring and digging around or anything, or looking too much, but most of that happens during the day, and I haven't been here. I've been working, so looking forward to this weekend, keeping an eye on them and seeing what's happened. I see the behavior changes. Still eating real good. She hasn't gone off her food. She's definitely gravid, but doesn't look uncomfortable or overly large like I've seen from the other reptiles. So I think we got at least a week or so here, and we'll see how this goes. The experiment continues. All right, folks, appreciate your time watching these, and if you're enjoying it, please give us a like or a follow. It means a lot to us. Until next time, people.